Did you ever get the feeling that your chickens were crazy? A little scratch. They love that stuff. We'll put some down here. We was gone for a week. We had our neighbor chicken sitting for us for the last week. We was on vacation. And as you can see, they got our 2 compost piles flattened out to nothing. And we got some old leftover food here that we're gonna give them. Of course, some of that's still froze. It's in the freezer. That was in the freezer. We've been feeding them grain while we was gone. Regular old chicken feed. Whatever, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. They ate a fair bit of it, not a whole lot. I'll check for eggs. It's pretty early yet. I don't know if there's be any in here yet. Oh, there's only one. We got home last evening. None in that one. We got home last evening. Not real sure what time it was. Hopefully we get some more here soon. That air's still warm. It's pretty early in the morning yet though. It's pretty early yet, so it's only like 9 o'clock. They're going to town. Need to put the pile back up. I'll probably rake it all together here after a bit today. Pile it back up, get the pitchfork out. They seem to be enjoying it right now though. So I'm gonna walk around and show you what all happened to the property while we was gone for a week. It's 49 and raining. So we were gone. We went to Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, Gatlinburg area. We went to Cherokee, North Carolina, which is a very beautiful place. The chickens, they were taken care of. Our neighbor watched them for us. He kept all the eggs that he found. Cover crops, apples are falling off the apple tree all the way back. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the cover crops are all coming in pretty good. Our corn didn't do real well while he was gone. I need to get it cut down and get the corn off of it, let it dry out. It's definitely falling over everywhere. That's whatever. One catastrophe we almost had, but the wife's parents came down the other day and realized our pump was on inside the greenhouse. And I told them to unplug it, which was no big deal. But our water hose blew apart at the connection up there. This here end of the hose should be in that valve right there. I don't know if you can see it in there or not, but there's a valve right there. Somehow this just blew apart. It's been like that for 2 or 3 years and never had no issues. And then all of a sudden it just blows apart. But at least they came and found out the pump was running. Who knows how long the pump was running for. But it drained our tank, which is no big deal. It's winter time anyways. That tank needs drained. Pump needs drained, so that, I mean, it's, as long as it didn't burn the pump up, we're all right. I don't know how long it was running though, without no, who knows, you know, could have been days, could have been a couple hours, could have been just a few minutes, who knows, but it was running nonetheless. So I'm gonna take you down below. Right here, I'm gonna put a clip in for our vacation of some of the mountains that we saw and looked at. It was beautiful, so you're gonna see a clip. You're gonna see a small clip of what our vacation was like right here. It's chilly here.
Very.
Isn't it? Very chilly here. Elevation is like 5,000 feet or something. That sign said down there.
Yep.
But it is beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
This is the, I guess about halfway between Gatlinburg and Cherokee.
Yep.
We're on our way to Cherokee. This is just a scenic stop.
Cherokee, 20 miles.
20 miles. Gatlinburg's 15.
Yep. Forest everywhere.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Trees.
Totally beautiful. Sorry to put my finger in the road. Yeah, it's chilly this morning. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but it is cold.
I think it was 54 in the car.
Something like that. There's a sign, I don't know if you can read it or not. Tells you where you're at. And you're right on the state line. So I'm going to assume this is the highest point. I don't know that for a fact. Well, I know it's not, because over there the mountains are higher than what we are.
Yeah.
But I guess this is the highest point on this road. I would assume this is called Newfound Gap.
Trail, maybe?
There's a trail there. This is the Appalachian Trail, actually where we're at. This is the Appalachian Trail. It's like 1,500 miles to Maine yet from here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how far Georgia is from here, but I'm sure it's not none too close.
No?
Not Dallas. You'd have to find the sign that said where it was.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure where it is from here.
Another trail.
That just goes up there. People just climbing up there to make.
Yeah.
Howdy.
It's a fishing trail, one of the longest continuous footpaths in the world. Trail winds more than 2,150 miles through 14 states. Wow.
We wanted the Appalachian Trail sign in it, and then we realized like, oh, wait.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're probably 300 miles from Georgia now on the trail.
Okay.
Then we're heading back to the road. We're getting back to the road. We drive for another hour. Takes an hour to go 30 miles around here.
Good picture of the sign up here.
Not We're in North Carolina here. And now we're in Tennessee. It's right around the block.
Right around the block.
Right around the block.
Same elevation.
Same elevation, didn't change.
That was very good.
And right now I'm on the border.
Yeah.
We're on both.
Don't fall off.
Yeah, no doubt. Fall off the cliff. Pretty high here though. Back home it's like 2,800 feet. It's where we live at. It's 2,800 feet. Here you're 5,000. You're pretty far south though, so they probably don't get the snow we get. I wouldn't think, but they definitely get cold weather here though. It's cool here now.
More than brisk.
Yeah, so we're going to head back on the highway. Try to get out of Dodge, eh?
Hey.
Then we'll go across the road and look at the garden over here. And last evening when we got home, I walked around and saw this. So I know our fencer it's still on. Okay, I didn't forget to turn it off. I would guess it frosted sometime while we was gone, a light frost, because our sweet potato patch right there, most of all those are turning brown. Cover crops are doing well. I put cover crops in that bed where the jalapenos were. This bed here is all cover crops, and that bed there, naturally you saw it was cover crops for a while. And then these are green beans, and you can see that they looks like they got frosted. Where our corn was, some of the cover crops is coming up, some's not so much, but it's still good. These two, this bed here, I'm gonna put new cover crops in it. This is where our zucchini was, and the mustard that I had harvested, I'm gonna put in that bed. So our pepperoncinis, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it today because it's raining out. I'm gonna work on the chicken coop, gather all that stuff back up, but I'd like to pick them pepperoncinis off. Get the pepperoncinis off these peppers so we can get them canned up. And there's another hot chili pepper. We left one of them stand. And then a wheat fest. So yeah, it's raining pretty good right now. Not raining real hard, but it's raining. Our start of our orchard still looks good. There's some weeds starting to encroach on it. I'll show you all that here sometime. Well, a couple weeks ago I put some plastic down where our potato patch will be next year, and it must have been pretty windy sometime because them tarps blowed off. I never had that happen before. I never had tarps blow off like that. That's insane. That fire hose always keeps the tarps down. I've never had an issue before. I'll put firewood down and tarps and fire hose and everything else. The black piece stayed, but it looks like it was ready to come up anyways. All that grass is pretty much dead, so I'm gonna need to take the broad fork to it and get it cleaned up. Then I'm gonna take that pile of sod that's right there, and put it down here. And then next time I mow, hopefully someday it dries up. Hopefully it'll dry up someday, and I can get grass clippings down where the potato patch will be. It's going to be we're going to put 3 rows 75-foot long in right there. It'll be 3 75-foot beds. Each bed will have 2 rows in it, so it'll be a total of 6 rows. So yeah, but we had, all in all, it turned out all right. No major catastrophes here. Like I say, it got a light frost sometime or other. Not real heavy, but 'cause it didn't kill everything. But you can see the water laying in the garden, water laying in the walkways. So all in all, it's still okay. I need to get some stuff done, but it's raining out, and I need to get the chicken coop taken care of. They're more important than what this garden is. If I don't get the peppers pickled this year, it's not the end of the world. We have plenty of food preserved. So we came home a little early on our trip. We get there last Sunday on I think it was September 25th. We got to the resort we were staying at, and we got there and unpacked and checked in our room. We went to go eat at a restaurant. When we get to the restaurant, and one aunt calls me and tells me my uncle just passed away. So our vacation wasn't the best vacation we ever had, by no means. So we still enjoyed the couple days we were there. We were supposed to be home. You go, Mr. Ostrich, you tell them. We were supposed to come home today. Actually, we're supposed to leave out down there today, but we left down there on Thursday night, Sunday or Friday morning at midnight, because before a while back, my uncle's been sick for a few months. He's been sick for a few months now, and he had lung cancer is what got him, but neither here nor there, whatever. But I was asked before he'd passed away, when he was still alive, if I'd be a pallbearer, and well, naturally, yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. Regardless, so we left early down there, and the funeral was Friday at 10 a.m. and it was like an 8.5 hour drive to get to the funeral home. It was actually at the church. He won't shut up, will he? It was actually at the church, so which they live in Ohio, but you know, so we spent all day Friday and yesterday with them, with my aunt and cousins. The aunt is my mom's sister, who my aunt is, that my uncle was her husband. They were good people. He worked at steel mills and whatnot all his life, and out in Ohio, and he's a good dude. One summer when I was a kid, I stayed out with him, and he made me feel like one of theirs. So he's a good guy. But I stayed there all summer, had a good time. Me and my cousins, Richard. He lives in Arkansas now. He's taking it pretty rough, but he's doing all right. He's taking care of his mama. He's up. He's retired. He's my age, but he's retired. He was in the service in the Marines, and he's doing all right. So it's pretty tough. They'll get through it all, but I know it's hard. I lost both of my parents. They were both young when they passed, but everybody feels different though. I don't know how he feels, but I know how I felt and how I still feel. And but they'll be good. They'll gotta cherish the memories, the good memories. But anyways, back to reality. Sorry for the rant. Over here where you saw me a couple weeks ago plant this winter garden. Lettuces are coming up looking good. They are actually looking really good. Onions are looking good. Tomatoes fell all over the place. I should have put them stupid cherry tomatoes out, and I never. I'll have a hard time keeping them from growing back. But it is what it is. Red mustard's looking really good. They're starting to grow pretty nice. Arugulas, I think that's what this is, arugula. I can't remember for sure. And some kales, and then we did put kale in over here where the okay, Mr. Ostrich, we heard you. Where the turmeric is, we did put ginger or kales in over here. So all we got to do is pull those out, and then our winter garden will be ready. And I got to put the plastic on this yet. So this week, one day this week, I'm going to put the plastic on here. Put the plastic on and get this ready for winter. I don't know. I got some wood chips I'm probably going to put in the walkway, but I'm not sure. We got a patio over there, a brick patio that I've been tearing down. I might put brick in here. Put brick in the walkway. It'll help keep some of the heat in. It'll be a heat might help with heat. Keep it warmer in the winter months. I don't know if it will. I know them bricks, when they get warm, when they absorb the sun all day, long, they hold the heat for a while, because it takes them a while to cool off. But I don't know if I will do that or not. I might. I don't know if I will the whole way through, but I might partly. Or definitely going to put some wood chips in to try to help keep some of the weeds down. It's starting to grow back up in there again. So we're going to definitely do that. We got to do that. Need to get the apples picked. Sunchokes need to be harvested. Peppers need to be harvested. Compost needs redone in the chicken yard. Need to finish tearing apart the patio. Need to get the winter run made. Yeah, everything's coming all at once. So that's part of life, though. We'll walk over here and look at the rain gauge, see how much rain we got while he was gone for the week. I don't know how much we got. Right now, this is remnants of Hurricane Ian, and holy cow, we did get a fair bit of rain. So this would have been dumped before we left. And right there, we're at roughly three and 3/4 inches, and it's still raining. I looked at it last evening, and we had right at 2 in there, just under 2. So we got roughly 2 inches of rain since we got home yesterday afternoon. We got home, I'm not sure what time it was, 5 o'clock, 5:30, somewhere in there. But anyways, I'm gonna go in and eat me some breakfast. Chickens are taken care of for now. I need to come back out here shortly and rake their pile in. I'm gonna edit this video and get it uploaded yet here shortly. So that's going to be the end of this one. Till we meet again, take care and God bless.